Hey guys, welcome back to another Aquatics video. In today's video, we're going to head up to a local town in North Dakota, a couple hours away from me here in South Dakota, to go pick up all these aquariums for a little secret something I'm doing film on the good old iPhone, just getting this intro in. But let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Oh yeah, Maj, this the one right here.
What it do? Sauce up on you too. You know I'm drippin', baby, and you drippin' too. I know you love me, baby, and I love you too. I know you love me, baby, and I love you too. What it do? Sauce up on you too. You know I'm drippin', baby, and you drippin' too. I know you love me, baby, and I love you too. I know you love me, baby, and I love you too. Sauce up on your body, you put up in a Mazda. She said that she love me, but I know she got a lot of body. She a baddie with a body, and I love her too. I'm just saying, but you know what I wanna do. Pull up with your friends, I got friends too. I might pull up in the Benz, might pull up in the coupe. I know that you love me, baby, and I love you too. I know that you love me, baby, and I love you too. And all that sauce up on your body, you be dripping all the time, and I ain't worrying about them bitches.
What's up? We're back out here. It's the next morning, actually. All the footage you just saw of moving the tanks in here and everything was actually from last night. We traveled I think it was a 2.5 to 3 hours to get all these tanks. You guys can see, this is the absolute mad lord of tanks behind me. We're not even done. We're only got about half the tanks I need. They ran out of tanks, so I need to get some more tanks. So plan on seeing another video sometime like this of more of these aquariums coming in. But let's go ahead and run you through what tanks we have and kind of things like that. All right, so we got a lot of different aquariums, obviously. We have a lot. The main tanks we have are these 20-gallon high aquariums. You guys can see one there, there's one there. Some of them have the actual like brand new like cardboard on there. These ones are the ones that came straight off the pallet. Some of these ones we took off to fit in there. So you can see some of them have them, some of them don't. All these aquariums are Aquarium branded, other than one aquarium. This one here, there's just one random tank they had, and this is an Aquaculture, something like, I think this is a Walmart brand, I believe, or mainly out of Walmart. Just the same thing, same black trim, looks the exact same tank. You won't even know the difference after I take the sticker off. But all these other ones are Aquarium tanks. The main majority of like all these tanks here, everything on the bottom here, are the 20-gallon high aquariums. And then we also have a good, four of the 10-gallon tanks here. And then we have 3 or 4 of the 20-gallon longs, which are right over here. These tanks here, I had 4 actually of these guys, but then one of them, when I was pushing through, it broke the glass. I had shards of glass in my hand. Kind of sucked, but you know, whatever else. Actually, kind of cool thing is I saved all these things. Look at all these food samples they gave me. If every single tank, they give you like little food samples and little water samples. So I got a whole bunch of them sitting here. Beside the point. But all these tanks look really, really awesome. A lot of different tanks to choose from. Obviously, mainly a lot of the same exact size aquariums, but a whole lot of them. All right, now you're kind of tall up there. I gotta go on my tippy toes. Now the thing is I don't even know how many tanks I got. I think it was 19, 20 high, actually 20 highs, and then 3 of the 20-gallon longs, and then the 4 10-gallon aquariums. But these things were very expensive, guys. Now this kind of sucks because this thing was so expensive. These tanks were more than $1 per gallon. If you're into fish and you know kind of like where to get cheap aquariums, Petco does a $1 per gallon sale. These things were more than Petco's $1 per gallon sale. Kind of sucked. Like, really sucked, but you guys might have even saw in some of the footage, I actually picked up all these tanks from Petco. I don't want to give away too many things, but I need these aquariums. You're probably wondering, the next question you're probably thinking is, what in the world do you need with all these aquariums? That's something I will answer in a later video. Stay tuned, guys, big things coming, like I said. But $1 per gallon sale at Petco, these things were actually more than the $1 per gallon sale, like I mentioned. I ended up picking all these tanks from Petco because Petco had the cheapest tanks. Even over my wholesalers and distributors and everything like that, these were the cheapest tanks. They still are more than $1 per gallon, but everything else we're looking at $30 plus. These guys, I'll be completely honest with you, I paid $26 a piece. Which the only extra $6 is not that big of a deal, but when you have like 20 of them, it kind of like, geez, you know, that kind of thing. But these things were We're a chunk of change, and then obviously you got to put the gas in there, and then driving and doing all this else. But we're not even halfway done. We need a lot more tanks, like I mentioned. If you guys know anywhere near South Dakota that has a large amount of tanks I can get from them, 20-gallon highs in Pacific, let me know. But yeah, I mean, obviously we have a lot more things to do. We have to get the tanks painted. Let me know what you guys think about painting the tanks. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint the bottom of the aquarium, the sides of the aquarium, and the back of the aquarium. Something similar to this. Obviously my tank rack behind me. These tanks here are gonna be all the painted tanks. These are actually not painted. If we head onto the back side, sneak past here. We got a squeeze. Obviously these tanks here are the paper background, so we usually like from the dollar store, super cheap. And then these are just taped on with the tape here, things like that. This actually has the wood trim, but then when you look on the front side, it actually has the black trim. So we put some duct tape on there, made it look somewhat presentable for now. But this is how it looks on the back there. I actually am thinking about painting the back, the background. Painting the background and bottom. You can see the bottom here on certain angles. You can see some weird things, especially on this tank. You can see the wood actually underneath of the tank. I don't really want to see that, so I might paint the bottom of the aquariums, the sides as well, so the fish can't see each other, and go on from there. So now I have all these aquariums plus the tanks I have now with full of fish, all the 20s and 55s on this rack here. A lot of things, a lot of tanks here. Honestly, I don't know. So I got a lot more planning to do, a lot more designing, what I'm going to exactly do with all these aquariums, where I'm going to put them. I know how many aquariums I need because I've done the designing already, but I'm just trying to get everything, the filtration, plumbing, things like that, figured out in my brain of with the place that these tanks are going. Secret, by the way, still. I got to figure all that stuff out. I mean, yeah, I think that's going to be really all of today's video. There wasn't much to it other than obviously picking up the aquariums. I'm a couple hours away, driving there. We actually went and ended up going to a couple pet stores there, which was really cool. Local pet stores, things like that, kind of cool. And then ended up coming home back in here to South Dakota. So, we got a lot of tanks to deal with. I got myself busy. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, any advice for all these aquariums or what I'm going to do in the future, hit me up on Instagram, DMs, whatever else. Guys, I'll catch you guys on that next video. Peace out.
What it do? Sauce up on you too. You know I'm dripping, baby, and you dripping too. I know you love me, baby, and I love you too. I know you love me, baby, and I love you too. What it do? Sauce up on you too. You know I'm dripping, baby, and you dripping too. I know you love me, baby, and I love you too. I know you love me, baby, and I love you too. Sauce up on your body, you put up in a Mazda. She said that she love me, but I know she got a lot of body. She a baddie with a body, and I love her too. I'm just saying, but you know what I wanna do. Pull up with your friends, I got friends too. I might pull up in the Benz, might pull up in the coupe. I know that you love me, baby, and I love you too.